Okay. Hi. Hello.
I have a question for you. Um,
Yeah.
Hi, and for you. Our school are the same as school in the past.
Well, the internet connection is not really good, but I guess your question is, are school nowadays the same as school in the past, right? So, well,
Yes.
obviously, there are a variety possible difference here. Mm, well, I guess the most significant would be that the school nowadays has more good modern facilities than in the past. Students can enjoy learning with computers, with you can have a lab for science and many other technologies which will help us really good in studying and for example, during quarantines, we can still uh, join our class because of thanks to laptop or iPhone or smartphone or computer. And in addition, a second key distinction would be that the content of lessons in school nowadays is more diversity, and it's been innovate to uh, to 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 catch students' attention. So that's my point of view. Uh, and do you can you answer my question? That is, are TV nowadays, are TV programs nowadays are the same as TV program in the past? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, you hear the question?
Uh, yes. Obviously, there are a variety of programs. So I think because of the development of technology, it will have some many changes about the TV programs, especially I think for the entertainment. Nowadays, many channels have produced a lot of interesting program to attract people, such as like music or movie or some TV shows. And But I think today we still keep like the original or some significant. I don't sorry, some like traditional program like news because I think in the past and today people just still want to update the social information. So yeah, so what do you think? Are the restaurant nowadays the same as the restaurant in the past?
Um, well, there are tons of difference between restaurants nowadays and in the past. A lot of difference has been found, but I guess the most different would be that restaurant in the past are not very popular, and they are very small and not crowded, I think, because in the past people prefer eating at home to go out to a restaurant to enjoy a meal, and because they think food in a restaurant is very expensive, in compare with the food they made at home. But nowadays their mind change. They they want to enjoy the vibe in restaurant, and feel the they want to feel they want to be served, so they prefer to go out. And in addition, a key distinction second key distinction would be that um, there are a lot of kinds of food in restaurants nowadays. People like choosing these restaurants to have lunch or dinner with their friends and families. And I found an example to prove is that um, many kinds of food has been made nowadays. For example, they made a restaurant for vegan, for vegetarian. They can also make same kind of food. For example, they made pho, but in many different style. Like phở from Hanoi is different from Nam Định or different from Saigon, right? So yeah, nowadays it has been widened in types of restaurants. And one more question for you is that are free activities nowadays the same as 20 years ago in your country? Can you hear me?
Personally, I there are a ton of possible differences here. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Um, Personally, think there are ton of differences here. But I guess the most nowadays free time activities are more diversified in my country. People like joining to the club or watching live show, shopping with their friends to have a coffee, and especially one I think that about the young people have a lot of opportunity to participate in spare time activities. They are relaxed and enjoy with their friends and family comfortable. So I have one question for you. Are the shops nowadays is the same as when you were young?
Mm, um, there are a variety of possible difference here, but the most different would be that nowadays they are displayed and decorate very beautiful, so they can attract the attentions of us. Mm, for instance, it has been widened in square, and the light they set up is really perfect. Like when you try on a a dress and you look at yourself in the mirror, you will see that, oh, the light, your skin is really good. It's smooth, and and you look really you look really pretty in their product. And secondly, it would be that there are many kinds of goods in shops nowadays, not like in the past, just maybe one or two or maybe three kinds of clothes has been sold. Now they sell many things like shoes, bags, clothes, and so on. Many things, technologies. Um, are trips nowadays the same as trips that your parents had when they were young?
Well, I have some differences here. Um, but especially I think it's about the cheap, convenient, and easily to book the book the travel. This could be because there are many transport, such as car, airplane, train, or some boats or ship. And I think people nowadays can live in their schedule in our time, or they can like choose where to go, or they don't need the hướng dẫn viên du lịch là cái gì nhỉ?
Tour
Là cái gì nhỉ?
guide, tour guide.
They don't need the tour guide and yes, okay. They don't need the tour guide and they just find the information on the internet by themselves, so they
Yeah,
can.
go with the flow.
So I think yes. So I have magazine different to newspaper.
Well, clearly there are variety of possible difference here. But um, the most the main difference between two kinds is that every magazine is published for only specialized field, such as we see fashion magazine or sport magazine, technology magazine. Whereas on the other hand, newspaper are published with diversified information and different field. Newspaper includes many fields in it, such as economics, laws, fashion, society, education, and sometimes it can be a short story from maybe from just a student or just a citizen to do to make a survey about the the society. Um, and some magazine they uh, they they some magazine do advertisement for KOLs or for famous people. Um, but in newspaper they cannot pay for magazine for advertisement, and I think so. Um, do adult and children make friends the same ways, you think?
I think adults and children have a different ways to make friends. Because about the adults, they have more opportunities to make friends. They can open their relationship, and but also maybe some people they make friends just to for your purpose, like for working or have a business or just like abuse other guys. But about the children, they just have a friend in school or maybe from their friends or family members, and so they don't have a high demand to make friends. So I think about the children, it is more like more clear. It is not struggle. So um, nowadays is the same as families in the past.
Um, well, um, undoubtedly there are a number of underlying difference here. I guess the most significant difference would be that nowadays members in family do not have much free time to be together at home. Like they must work or study all day and just gather together in the evening, or maybe just 1 to 2 hours at dinner, and the resting time after the dinner, and then each of them go to their own room and enjoy their mobile phone or their own entertainment. Mm, but they still have some positive uh, improvement. For example, parents nowadays seems to understand, and they they get pension. They are pension more pension to their children, as parents in the past did. Um, for example, my mom and her friends um, mm, can sympathize her child really well. She share many things um, that maybe her parents in the past did not do, and and yeah, they can really be friends with their children nowadays. And I think that's are some different. And are buildings nowadays the same as building 100 years ago?
I think the building it is not the same as building in 100 years ago because high buildings nowadays are it is more and more modern, and also it is have been built for living and working. So because the population has raised fast, and the second key distinctions, it would be that modern buildings today have been equipped well for living and working. About the building in the past, it is like it is more like ancient, and I think like work for a person, the power person, not for not for workers. So it is some different. That's my answer. That's all.
So that's all. Well, thank you for your
Yes.
um, joining with me. See
Thank
you.
you.